Hey guys, it's your boy Cino. Thank you for stopping by my channel. The video that you're going to be watching is me and Ponzi stealthing the small bank on Payday 2. And as you know, that's not as easy as it looks because anything can go wrong in this game. But let's get into the video. There has been a lot of talk on who won E3, and I've heard a lot of fanboys after fanboys claiming their system won, and they have seen, and honestly, we have seen some of the biggest idiots come out of hiding to discuss the conference. Now, I want to say something before I get too far into this video. I am biased. There is no one in this world that is 100% neutral. But what I can say is that when fanboys will do anything to defend their console or games, it makes me mad. And there are certain things that just get under my skin, and one of them is taking advantage of people and their money. I'm a guy that doesn't have a lot of money to spend, and I don't want to be deceived, and I definitely don't want to put money into something that I'm not even sure is going to happen. This whole DLC phase where developers are only giving us a portion of the game and section it off later, that's something I'm not happy with, but I absolutely, oh my god, the gall Sony had for not only starting a Kickstarter on E3's stage, but then to add the worst kind of DLC we have ever heard of, called stretch goals. Now, I know that if you donate money into this, and it doesn't actually come to fruition, you can actually get your money back. You can request your money back, but that's not the point here. They have this thing called stretch goals, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll be linking that in the description below. But it's basically more money. The more money you shell out for this company, the more DLC you will receive, such as skill trees, side quests, and a lot of other stupid things that shouldn't be there. That it shouldn't be done that way. It's ludicrous. And do you really want this to be our future? You want this to be the standard? So stupid. But I've talked bad about this company for too long now. There was some really amazing things that went down in their E3 conference, but they have a new IP called Until Dawn, where it's like this futuristic thing where technology has kind of taken over and life has kind of grown around it and made these dinosaur creatures and stuff like that. They didn't show much of they showed a little bit of the gameplay where they're fighting like this T-Rex kind of thing, and it was pretty cool. And it was one of their few IPs that I was super excited for and could see myself playing. But there was another amazing game that came across their thing that is a multi-platform. They made it seem like it wasn't, but it is a multi-platform. And this game is For Honor. This is a game that, wow. This is everything a person could possibly want in a fighting game. It's like Call of Duty meets medieval times. You're rushing in there fighting, and you got these big players that you're fighting, and it was an absolutely amazing thing. And if you haven't watched that, definitely go check out For Honor. It's one of those games that could redefine how we play games in the future. And they also had games like, they showed Batman, Star Wars, Battlefront, and a lot of indie games. And there was one that really stood out to me, an indie game, and I know a lot of people haven't talked about it, but it was the Talos Principle. And the reason people haven't talked about it is because they really didn't show us much of it. And if you don't know what the Talos Principle is, definitely go check that out as well. They have a few, like I would say about 15 seconds worth of gameplay from it, and it's pretty cool. It looked pretty cool, and I would definitely be interested to see that. And now we're gonna move away from Sony. We're gonna switch our focus, and let's talk a little bit about the Bethesda conference for just a few moments. During this conference, all the Fallout guys came out, which is a lot of us gamers. A lot of people like the Fallout series, and whenever they said that, everybody, whenever they said Fallout 4 is coming out, it didn't matter if you were an Xbox fan, a PC fan, or a PlayStation fan. Everybody was rejoicing, saying, "Yeah, heck yeah, that game is out. We are so excited." It didn't matter. It didn't matter what platform you're on. We were just excited that we were getting it, and that was just exciting. And they also had another thing that really stood out to me, and that was Doom. Doom had this amazing gameplay where you can actually go back and play the old Doom that you enjoyed, but they also added a feature that just absolutely, it was stunning, and that was the the map editor. You could actually make your own map, build your own maps, add your own danger zones, add your own this, that, and the other. And it just looked absolutely awesome, and I was super excited to see that they are putting that into game, and I think they should put that stuff into more games. I mean, they're starting to do it with like Project Spark and stuff like that, but I want to see games that like Doom, I guess Halo has it. I'm not sure if Halo has it, but we'll talk about that later. And there's just a lot of games that I think that would benefit from having a map editor. Anyways, guys, let's go into the EA conference. EA. I'm sorry to say that I don't have much to say on this other than I like the Plants vs. Zombies. I actually fell asleep during this conference, I'm not going to lie. And I will be going and looking at it again. I just had a hard time. I really had a hard time paying attention. But alright, so let's move on as soon as I can get this thing to scroll down. Now, it's only fair that we talk about the negatives about Microsoft during the conference, and because we've been talking about negative about other stuff. But here's where my bias kicks in. It really kicks in here. They did not have my Call of Duty on their stage. And the reason I say it's my Call of Duty is because I own that game. Not own it. I put myself in that game's place. I love that game. I play that game so often that it probably should be illegal. I've loved every single game they've come out with, except for Ghost. Ghost was more of a like. I liked it. But anyways, they didn't have it on their stage, and it just really disappointed me because after I saw that, I knew that PlayStation would have this, and they let Sony get all the DLC maps for $50 million US. $50 million US is not something to shake a stick at. That's a lot of money. But Microsoft has had that thing for a long time, and I will be getting over it. It's one of those things I see it, and it happened. And it's not going to convince me to move over to Sony. It's just not. I can wait a month. It's not that big of a deal for me. But another thing that got a bit under my skin was they didn't show much gameplay, and the games they showed. I wish they would have showed some gameplay from, which was ReCore and Dark Souls. Those games looked amazing, and I would love to have seen some gameplay. I'm a gameplay guy, if you can't tell. But now let's talk about the positives of Microsoft Conference. They have shown us not only new and inventive IP such as ReCore and Sea of Thieves, but they have done something for people who have loved our 360 games, and that is backwards compatibility. This is a fix for all those remasters of games. I hated remasters. God, they charge you $60 for a remastered game that you've already played, but you still want to play it because it's the game you love, like the Halo Master Chief and stuff like that. Now the program has only got 18 games on it as of now. The backwards compatibility. But they're working on getting more converted over to the Xbox One, and I can understand that from being a person who has seen how big these games are and how long it actually takes to get something converted over. And And of course, we cannot forget about Gears of War and Halo. Those games looked absolutely stunning. I'm not a big Gears of War fan, but that's because of childhood stuff. I think I'll give it a retry. Just because of how good it looked and all that good stuff. Halo 5 Guardians has, oh my god, that looked awesome. The beta looked awesome. All this stuff looked awesome. They had new mechanics such as the smackdown, or the ground punch. The ground punch, I think it's called. And game modes such as Warzone. Oh my god, Warzone looked awesome. And we can't forget to mention on Call of Duty, and I know this is going back to PlayStation on this, but we can't forget to mention on Call of Duty and on Halo, there is a 4-player co-op mode online. I don't know if this is going to transfer over to the 360 and the PS3. I think I heard something like you could only do 2 players online for co-op for those systems. But guys, this E3 was awesome. It had its awesome moments. It had its really low moments, in my opinion. And I just want to say that this video contains biased material. I know that you guys were excited for this Kickstarter and the new exciting indies, and I'll respect your opinions on this. But I would like to bring one last thing up that has nothing to do with E3. And if you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. But I want to talk about someone that has just left YouTube. And I know I brought it up on Facebook and stuff like that, but I really want to talk about it. And that is Microbot of X leaving YouTube. He released a video a couple of mornings ago saying that he was retiring. Now, for a lot of YouTubers, they would just fade into the background and never make a video saying goodbye. And to do the way he did it, I'll give him such deep respect. Micro, you did, you left for the right reasons. You didn't leave because you lost faith in the console that you loved. You did it for personal reasons, and I can honestly say I respect that. And I got, while you were around, and you're still around, you're still talking to people, but you were such an awesome pillar of the community. You always had a good word to say to people, and you always had feedback for them. You always talked to them. You had these game nights where you come together and just talk and have some fun. We played Battlefield Hardline, GTA 5, and Minecraft. Those were some awesome times. We had exposing Microbot of X on Minecraft, and just had some awesome Smackdown videos. And we were usually getting shot at by that cheeky Crispy Chris, but anyways, I just wanted to let you know, man, if you ever needed someone to talk to, or if you even just wanted to slap a few clips of ammo into some enemies, just let me know. Anyways, guys, it's your boy C-Note. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, enjoy the rest of this video. I know it's a bit long, but enjoy it.